Pastor Dundas, to honor LiUNA 837, the contributions of the members celebrating their 25, 30, and 40 years of service is absolutely amazing. Thank you to the executive for all that you do for the City of Hamilton, for your members, and especially, of course, Joe Benson, the president. It's a pleasure to be here with my former colleagues, Councillor Maureen Wilson, Councillor Esther Collins, and Councillor Rob Cooper, taking over from my former position. And, you know, Dave mentioned that I'm a politician. I always say I am an engineer who is currently in a political role. And I always remember as an engineer starting working in construction. I worked in heavy civil for 20 years before I was elected to the City of Hamilton. And showing up as a young engineer, going to site and talking to the guys on site saying you're doing that wrong. And that earned a quick, get the fuck out of here. So I learned very early on that if you want to know what's actually going on, how things actually work, you got to talk to the guys that actually build it. And that's something that I've carried with me through my entire career. You know, Dave mentioned the Chinese cabins. You should call your counselor. But if you didn't get the memo, we're actually friends with China now, so there's room. But in all seriousness, I mean, the world probably has more uncertainty than it's had for a very long time. Chaos with our old friends and trading partner who we can no longer rely on. So in a changing world, we have to take care of the things that we can. And that means investing in Canada and investing in Canadians, and LiUNA is a core part of that. You know, I don't want to be political, but I do have to, as an engineer in a political role, and I'm a little bit obligated to point out that our government is investing $115 billion in infrastructure over the next 5 years. $25 billion in housing over the next 5 years. We're investing in skilled trades to support the next generation of workers to build that infrastructure, and we're relying on all of you to make sure that you have the opportunities to continue working and that our country can continue to prosper in a changing world. I think it's a tremendous opportunity for LiUNA and for Hamilton. And a couple other things locally that I wanted to point out is that, and Joe, we've talked about this many times, our government remains committed to the federal commitment to Hamilton LRT, $1.7 billion. There's been a huge focus on Black Canadian, of course, and LRT in Hamilton is an opportunity to show the country a $3.4 billion project to transform our city from end to end, the economic uplift, using Canadian steel, Canadian lumber, and most importantly, Canadian talent and Canadian labor. And Hamilton is an ambitious city, so I've already had conversations with the Minister of Housing and Infrastructure for the next phase of Hamilton Blast Network, the A-Line LRT from the waterfront to the airport as part of our investment in trade, in developing municipalities, and building the city to where we know it should be. So lastly, to the members of LiUNA, I want to sincerely thank you for the work that you do day in, day out. And I'm so very proud to be here, and I look forward to continuing our work together as we build a stronger, more prosperous Hamilton for everyone. Thank you.